Hi, Dame Nicola Jackson. It's so good to see you again.
Always, Ashley. It's so great to see you. Thank you so much for having me.
Yes, I feel like every time we talk, another door opens for an opportunity of knowledge when it comes to finances. And, last time we talked a little bit about how to make your finances successful, how to set yourself up successfully for 2021. And you mentioned about tax season, and here we are, we're getting into that dreaded tax season. I hate to say dreaded, but for some people it can be quite the pain. So things changed in 2020. A lot of us are working from home. A lot more entrepreneurs have had to work harder, and even those starting their new business. So how do you see tax filing, and what do you think the biggest benefits are for 2020 that we need to know?
Well, your biggest tax benefits for 2020 is being an entrepreneur. We do know that tax season, we all have to file by April 15th of each year. And it's typically for the prior year of business. And so 2020 was extremely tough for people, but there are a lot of people that it was better. And I can tell you one thing, you're gonna have, keep it really simple, that the IRS is not against us, first and foremost, right? That's the big thing, right? We feel like they're against us. And I used to feel like that until I began to understand about benefits, tax benefits. And this is the thing. Many people were employees, and typically they were filing taxes based off of earned income. And they also automatically, maybe the employer took taxes out. So they were looking for things like refunds. And so right now, with many people collecting stimulus checks, they say, hey, look, did this increase my income? No, it's not earned income. So it doesn't increase or decrease. So it won't increase your tax liability or decrease it either. The stimulus payments literally came through IRS, and they had to base how much you get off of what you filed either in 2018 or 2019. This is how they calculated it. So now they calculate your stimulus payments based off of that, but it has nothing to do with your earned income. So we know that in 2020, many people lost jobs, right? So that means that many people income decreased. Well, that might increase your stimulus check, but then also maybe your income decreased, but if you had a side hustle and where you now end up being a business owner. Now you move out of what many people do as small business owners, where they take standardized deductions. This means that, hey, if you are single, right now you'd be taking $12,000 plus dollars. You get standardized deduction. It's just, that's all you're going to take. And then therefore you don't have to go through all of this, the rigmarole of exactly how much did you pay for everything. Gotcha. Then maybe if you are, married and you're not now, maybe you're 24,800, right? So if you're single, 12,400, which is up $200 from last year because of inflation. And the same thing, they just doubled it if you're a couple. But if you are head of household, now you're up maybe $300 up to where you can do standardized deductions, right? That's over $18,000+. But there is a whole new place that I want every entrepreneur to embrace, and that is where you have no limit on deductions based off of all these things you have to do in your home. Yes. You may have had to go and now get a printer where you were using it at the office. You had to go and get paper. You had to expand your internet. You had to do all these things. And now these would be considered itemized deductions. Okay. So you get to itemize it and get unlimited itemized deductions. Yeah. So where most people get frazzled is they don't have good records. And so, the
receipt.
Yeah, they're like, I got to go and, scan in my receipts or whatever. So these are some tips. Many of us weren't going much to the stores. So probably the uses of cash was lower.
Yeah.
Go to your credit card statements.
Okay.
And now you can categorize. And there are some credit card companies that automatically kind of categorize it for you. I know American Express is one where it might identify, hey, this might have been travel, or this was, products or goods or services, whatever. And this makes it a lot easier for your, for you to itemize.
Okay.
What this cost you. Also, now maybe you've worked more in your home office.
Yeah.
You want to get with your CPA or accountant, identify how much of now the percentage of what you pay for rent or mortgage now became an itemized deduction as well.
Gotcha.
So there are some things that will put more money back into your pocket legally through itemized deductions.
Okay.
And so obviously, you can go at IRS.gov and they give you everything line by line. And obviously we're going to want our CPA to, translate that information. But trust me, it's not as complicated. It's more about us, just like we are with our finances. We fear what we believe we don't know. So you can go to IRS.gov and click the button and learn, so that now when you are talking to your CPA and they want to help you understand why, even if you, got additional education to learn how you can up level your side hustle, or learn how you can up level your skills, or even be more, of a value in your industry, that still will be deductible. If you now had to hire a VA assistant, someone to assist you. Now these items now reduce the amount of taxes owed. So don't be afraid that even if you made more money, that you might say, well, I'm in a higher tax bracket. But you still have itemized deductions that you can use to bring it down. There are other things that are tax-friendly investments that you can make. Some people don't even want to invest in stuff. Oh, the capital gains I'm going to get. Let's keep calm. Let's relax. And let's get educated.
Yes.
Isn't that what we always talk about, Ashley? It's about what we don't know that's more scary, but the information is not hidden under a rock.
Right. And it's not that hard.
It's not.
Yourself to go and figure it out.
Yes. What's harder is that we got to have more conversations like this, because typically these conversations happen behind closed doors, or you hear the unfriendly conversations with loved ones concerning money. And it all still boils down to what they don't know that they may be afraid of. And, and all we got to do is say, where's the answer? Right. Don't say if there's an answer, it's where's the answer. And believe it or not, it is just a click of a button away.
That's so great. So I feel like that is like the biggest takeaway that we should remember for doing our taxes for 2020. Now, when we're preparing for 2021, what are some things that you would recommend in these last couple minutes that we have that we should go ahead and start keeping track of?
Well, I would want you, just like we talked about, is keep better records.
Okay.
Keep better records. When we're swiping our card, in the drive-throughs or the door dashes and all these different things, we need to keep better records. So have an account. If you do have a side hustle, keep that account separate from what you're doing with your household expenses.
Okay.
So that it's very clear, as to what you're using. So what you can simply do is you have an account and you have a separate debit card, or you have a separate credit card specifically, and that's what you use with anything that you consider business. Keeping what you have in your regular household budget on another account. So it makes it very easy, because they're just going to be looking for the information clearly segregated so that they can know what goes where. So you know what is a legal itemized deduction and what may be going now possibly inside of your personal taxes. So it's just more about, this is where most people fall, is that they're not organized. Right. And trying to go back and remember all what you did a year before, that's the dread. Yeah. So here, get a head start. If you're a business owner, consider paying quarterly taxes. Now, if you not knowing, January 15th is a cutoff for quarterly taxes for business owners, but if not, Now you want to go and you can start kind of assessing how much should I owe in advance, so it's not one big lump sum. Right. And then sometimes you can end up being a business owner getting money back if you overpay too. So it's just numbers. It's just numbers. Get organized, keep good records. You want to make sure that you get professional help.
I love it. I love it. And you already mentioned the IRS.gov, but are there other resources out there that we can tap into for answers to our tax questions?
I would say that's where I go outside of my personal piece, because that's where it's going to be.
The source.
My CPA, I'm going there so we can understand what's going on. That's where I go. Obviously, you can get the intro of information, what we're talking about, but if you know, you got to answer the IRS. So you might as well get the answers from IRS along with your tax professional.
That's great. And you, and help from you.
Yay. So no one will ever say I made a mistake. I sent you to the source.
Yes, I love it. This has been great. Well, I think that just like you said, having these conversations will help us prepare and take away that intimidation factor, because there's no need for that. We can continue 2021 with success. So thank you so much, Dame Jackson.
I really appreciate you. Hope it helped. Did you feel better?
I do. I feel great. I feel like, okay, this
is do this because you can.
Yes, we can. Thank you so much and have a wonderful day.
Take care. Bye now.
Bye.